welcome back to Overtime Fantasy, where we go beyond the whistle to bring you home a fantasy championship. I'm Tyler Jeffries. I'm here with Mike Kender, Phil Corella, and Overtime Fantasy is brought to you by Dairy Queen, home of the Blizzard.
No, you're not!
Yes, we are! God, these damn pedestrians.
That guy was terrible, man.
That
It
is-
will happen.
I think that was Dan running away.
Is Dan here? Was that him?
I don't know why that's so funny to me.
All right.
I think I'm just delusional to the lack of sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big
Oh, that was
congratulations to
Well,
you, buddy.
speaking of delusional, I mean, Dan's on scout team.
Oh yeah, let's not forget that. Let's
And,
definitely bring that up and put Dan in his place.
Do you want to go ahead and tell everybody we just got a new member of Overtime Fantasy?
Yep. Bennett James Kinder was born October 2nd.
Well, I already messed it up his birthday.
Yeah. He can go ahead
No,
and get
he's
used
not!
Yes, he is.
he can go ahead and get used to that. He's got a father with CTE, so
Yeah, man. Yeah,
But,
all right.
but yeah, man, I spent the last 3 days in the hospital taking care of my wife, taking care of the new kids. So enjoy doing this podcast for me, guys.
All right, sure. Yeah.
Congratulations.
I'll chime in when I can.
Well, lucky
appreciate
for
it.
you, we're prepared.
Yeah,
Oh,
did that
that's
hospital, get NFL Network?
Yes, it did. Well, it got the game. I couldn't find NFL Network, but guess what? It's 2019, man. Like, it's right there on my phone.
Oh yeah, it's always on Yahoo now. I love that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love that new edition.
Got everything. I can get NFL Network right there on my phone.
Yeah.
You know, I got the FiOS app, bro.
So
But
let's dive into this game last
Yeah.
night. Big rivalry game right now.
Oh, just to clear everything up, we are not sponsored by Dairy Queen.
Yes, we are.
But if Dairy Queen would like to sponsor us, that would be fantastic.
Home of the
No, we
Blizzard.
don't!
And you guys like what I did there? I said fantastic. Because that's not fast food. It's fan food.
Ah, man!
See, I didn't even know that.
Yes, dude.
I literally did not plan that. Like, as soon as I said fantastic, I was like, oh, it does say fan food, doesn't it? And I only know that because I'm fat as shit.
Sponsored by Fanville, the home of the Dr. Pepper.
This game last night was crazy. Seahawks Rams.
Came down to the foot of a bum.
A lot of fantasy points scored in that game.
I don't understand.
There was a
man.
lot. Like, you don't normally get that on a Thursday night.
No, not prime. Not this year, anyways.
Well, we've been blessed the last 2 weeks to have two very good fantasy games.
On Thursday night.
Yeah, last 2 weeks.
Okay.
What was last week's? I can't remember.
It was the
You just-
Packers and
Eagles.
Eagles.
I couldn't remember. I literally could not remember.
It was Packers and Eagles. Carson Wentz had a very big game.
See, I think Thursday nights are better than Mondays.
So, well, Mondays have been sucking
Yeah,
lately.
they've been
Yeah,
terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, at least Thursday doesn't have Cincinnati versus Pittsburgh.
Let's not
Oh,
go
wow.
there. All right. Next. So came down to the missed field goal. I thought for sure the Rams had that one for sure.
Oh, yeah. With Legatron?
Yeah, Legatron. I can't believe he just came just a bit outside.
Yeah.
But yeah, great game. Awesome. Top performers were who?
Russell Wilson,
Russell Wilson threw for 4 touchdown passes.
Chris Carson.
Chris Carson is the beast. I'm getting his jersey soon.
Literally every receiver
Will Disley.
from Seattle.
My man, Will Disley.
And the only bright spots on the Rams were Gurley and Cup.
Yeah.
And,
Cup had a big
Gerald Everett, too.
Gerald Everett. Tyler Higbee had a drive.
My
I
man.
can't believe
From
Everett,
East Lake High School. Holler at your boy.
Everett had 136 yards. Like,
Dude.
that's nuts.
And that was a touchdown that he had.
I thought it was, too.
But
Yeah.
I'm not mad because I have Gurley, and he had an easy walk-in touchdown right after that. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
He walked right into that one.
yeah.
didn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
Speaking of a hard touchdown, though, Tyler Lockett with that catch.
Man.
Oh, that was incredible, man.
I mean, that brought me back to Santana,
Santonio Holmes.
Santonio Holmes. I was about to say
Santana
Santana.
Moss?
No, I was going to say Santana Holmes.
Carlos Santana?
Santonio Holmes back in the Super Bowl. I mean, it was insane. Like, they did the next gen stats, and they said 6.6% that pass gets completed.
Right, it was thrown by Rob Thomas.
And the debate all day today was Russell Wilson throwing that ball out of bounds, or was he actually throwing it to
another
Tyler
Montana?
Lockett?
Really? Is it really another Montana
is.
and the Clark thing?
Yes.
I think he was just trying to give Will Dissly a chance. I don't even think he saw Tyler Lockett.
That wasn't Will Dissly. That was Luke.
Oh, that was Luke?
Luke!
One of the tight ends. Whatever.
Speaking of Luke, shout out Luke Elmore because he never
Shout-
listens to the podcast.
How about shout down?
how about whisper in?
Well, he can't.
First whisper in of the year.
He can't. I don't. Why doesn't he listen? I mean, he's always dumping kitty litter.
He's on a quick decline in our league. He rose to the top in the first 2 weeks. Next 2 weeks, steady falling. And he's free.
I'm so sorry, everybody, for listening to that horrible musical medley by Michael Kender.
I liked it. I like where you're going with it.
Sound like a mixture of Fergie and Jesus.
Definitely. I mean, that's what I saw. It's like you had an outer body experience.
So in case you're wondering, like if it sounds funny, if it's different, like we literally the podcast room is being taken over by my mother-in-law right now, who is here to help with the baby. So please bear with us. It won't be like this every time. We just have a different setup. We're in the garage right now. We're literally holding our microphones because we just wanted to get started. So
The dog pound is under construction.
yes, it is. So I promise it won't be like this all the time. It's just a one-time thing. So if we sound funny, bear with us, please.
And if you have a spot for us to set up at, let us know.
And if you have any connections to Dairy Queen, hit a brother up because and like they don't have to pay us money. They can pay us some blizzards or
I mean, at this
No, we
point,
don't.
Yes, you do!
screw Dairy Queen. If they don't want to sponsor us, we'll just go to Cold Stone.
oh, let's not talk bad about Dairy Queen right now.
Hold my stones.
Speaking of stones, let's get Keystones.
Let's get moving. Let's get
All right,
moving, y'all.
starts and sits, week 5. Here we go. 7 minutes. Gotta love it. Start number 1. I'm going to go with my start of the week for quarterback is Deshaun Watson. I like it. This week, Deshaun Watson has a bounce back week, tears it up through the air.
Going against the Falcons too. This really could be a big
Now,
game for Deshaun
I
Watson.
think this is the week that him and Hoppy Hop get hip hopping.
I really hope you're right. God, I'm a DeAndre Hopkins owner, and he's been 4 points, 2 points, 3 points. I'm like, God, come on, can you
They've
just
been
get it rolling?
playing too much like jazz or something. They need to bump some hip hop and get it going, man. Because I'll feel you, man. It's almost like you want to trade him away.
Yeah,
I've
thought about it.
It's basically to the point where you might want to sit him.
Now he's already had a good game. Now week 1, he had a monster game. Let's not forget that.
We're in week 5, Kender.
What happened week
That's
1?
4 weeks.
23 points.
And then what happened the next 4 weeks?
Exactly what you said.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just
So-
saying. Let's not trash him too much.
So if it's 1 week to get it done, it's this week.
All right.
that's right.
You got a start of the week?
Let me see here. Let's go ahead and go with you first.
Okay. My start of the week's Lamar Jackson against Pittsburgh. I think he's going to have a bounce back week. I mean, he had an okay week against Cleveland, but I think he's about to go back to form. The outlier was the Steelers defense last week that actually showed up, or was that just Andy Dalton doing what Andy Dalton does? I'm going to go with Andy Dalton doing what Andy Dalton does. How about that, Phil?
I don't want to talk about it. It's
All
too
right.
soon. It's too soon.
Phil just needed 8.8 points. Andy Dalton couldn't get that. So,
Literally only needed freaking 8 points.
well, if you had listened to the podcast on Friday, Phil, you would have noticed. Sit Andy Dalton.
It doesn't matter. You have. All right, look,
He averages less than 1 touchdown in prime time.
dude. I don't care about that. This year in primetime games, anything's possible. Especially Monday night games.
No,
Anything's possible.
he averages less than 1 touchdown.
This year, he's been throwing for 300 yards every single game. That's enough to get me a W against this guy.
Until Monday nights.
Until he just
When
drops
he
a
averages
freaking
160 yards and less than 1
Yo,
touchdown.
it was so bad.
So, but Lamar Jackson, I think he's going to blow it up this week. I'm thinking 3 touchdowns. 3 total touchdowns, 280 yards passing, and 120 yards rushing.
Ooh.
I'm talking about big game.
He's taking it out on
Taking it out.
Okay. All right. So one quarterback I like this week is going to be Jameis Winston. Going against the Saints, I think that's a good opportunity for it to be a big game for him. He's had a couple back-to-back weeks where he's done good things. I think he continues it. I think he has a really good week this week.
Yeah, he's welcome.
And
He started blowing it up as soon as I traded him away.
That's
Oh, is that what it is?
That's
Okay.
what you get.
All right.
I traded him for Baker, and literally that following week he blew it up.
Yeah, and honestly, they always play good against the Saints. So
Yeah.
this is I think this is definitely a solid start. I'm gonna go with my filler pick. Like, you got a quarterback that's hurt like I do in Drew Brees. This guy right here, Joe Flacco, I think he has a very solid matchup right now against Jags. It's potential for at least a 20 point game out of Joe Flacco.
Okay.
Joe Flacco's playing the Chargers.
Dang it, I did my fault. I said, yeah. Thanks for the correction. Yeah, the Chargers.
You're
Sorry
good.
about that. Yeah, so Chargers, I think it's a good play. 20 points, or I think 25 would be his ceiling. I think his floor would be about 16.
Okay. All right. So you're just seeing a solid gameplay
Yeah.
out of him. Nothing spectacular. Nothing that's going to single-handedly win you a
Just
matchup.
a good, solid pickup for the week.
He's
I-
at least
I
not
think
getting
so.
you 6 points.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my filler pick's going to be Kyler Murray going against Cincinnati. Mason Rudolph can do it, so can Kyler. And that's what his motto's going to be this week. I think he's going to go out there, he's going to sling that ball everywhere. And the Cardinals are finally going to get a dub.
See, I think he'll do more on his feet this game, man. Honestly, and because Christian Kirk is out.
Larry Fitz.
I know Fitzy's there, and he got some
Isabella.
shakeable. He got some shaky other
He's got
receivers.
Izzy.
But I think it's going to be more of a David Johnson and Murray game on the ground. But
Yeah.
either way, I think he's definitely a starting option for sure.
And Kyler Murray, like, especially if he has a good game this week, he'd be somebody to hold on to for another 2 weeks because he's got Atlanta followed by the Giants,
Yeah, he's got some favorable
and then
matchups.
followed by New Orleans. So, he's got 3 solid matchups 4 counting this week. He's got 4 solid matchups back to back to back. So he might be somebody really worth picking up and kind of hanging on to for the next few weeks just to play him, especially if you're in trouble at the quarterback position.
Yeah. All right, so get on the sits.
Yeah, let's rock and roll with that.
You want to talk about this one?
Sorry,
Or you
what's
want
that?
Tyler to do it? You want to jump home?
Tyler, what do you got for your sits, man?
All right, sit Gardner Minshew.
Are you talking about sitting Gardner freaking Minshew?
Gardner freaking Minshew.
My
Oh,
man,
no, he didn't.
Against the you said sit him last week, and I told everybody don't.
I didn't say sit him.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. No way.
Yes, you did.
That's my boy,
never-
Gardner.
Go back. You said sit him last Friday. I'm saying sit him this week.
Get him
He's going against
shot.
Carolina, who is the number 1 passing defense. I think this is the week that he struggles. I don't think this is going to be an every week thing. I think next week he'll probably bounce back.
But,
But,
okay, so-
Carolina has the
And he's
best.
battling a knee injury.
Yeah.
But he just had 2 tough matchups when it comes to passing, like back to back, and he put up solid points,
I
man.
mean, Bradley Chubb also tore his ACL and he was out.
Yeah, but I mean, he had Denver and he had Tennessee the week before that.
Tennessee's not tough. They're not a formidable opponent against their division rivals.
Well, they're the 23rd ranked.
I
Passing
just
defense.
said that they're not a formidable opponent against their division rivals.
Look, all I'm saying is, yeah,
You trying to argue with me on the AFC South?
2 tough matchups back to
Probably
back.
not a good idea.
I think that he can still go out there and get you solid points.
I'll bet
think
you
he-
wings.
I bet. You know what? I'll bet,
I bet you
I don't
wings.
want
and
to
he
bet
throws-
wings because this guy does eventually have to fall off
I think he puts under 20 points.
under 20.
Yeah.
But that's,
think he
still
can.
a solid game.
He hasn't
though.
done
I'm
it yet.
thinking.
He
They're
hasn't done
under
it yet.
20 points
I'm
in
thinking
our league format. In our
Yes.
league format.
in our league format. 20
he
points.
won't make it through the game.
Really?
I think his knee. He has an injury. You saw him at the end of the last week. He was struggling, like getting across the field at the end of the game to shake hands with everybody. He was limping pretty good. I think if he starts struggling a little bit, they're going to yank him and put Dobbs in.
All right. So just a quick turnaround with Minshew. Like, this is a tough matchup for him. So if you have better options, definitely start somebody else. I agree. I was just kind of giving Tyler some crap because he wanted to say start my boy Gardner Minshew. But I do
I
agree.
said
He's
sit,
got.
I didn't say start.
My bad. Sit. My bad. See.
And you
CT
told him to
CT.
sit last week.
Yeah. But I will say, tough matchup, whatever. I don't know if I would, if you're struggling at quarterback, I don't know if I would drop him.
No.
Unless you don't have anybody else on your team to drop.
I'd play Flacco over him.
Because next week he's playing New Orleans, and the week after that he's playing Cincinnati. So those are games where he can actually really start to open up and do some damage to some teams. Yeah, I know.
Phil, you got to sit.
Sure as hell do, Chip.
Well, what's your sit, Chip?
My sit is Daniel Jones or George Jetson. Either one you want to look, because I swear to God he looks just like George Jetson to me.
You're an idiot.
That's my sit. Going against the Vikings. Psh, next.
What about you, Kender? You got to sit?
Not really. Like I said, I didn't have much time to prepare for all this.
Okay.
So
Phil and I.
Go ahead, and I'll look for somebody
All
and
right.
see if I can find somebody
All right.
on the fly.
So a shaky sit for me would be Jimmy G. I know they're coming off a bye. They're going against Cleveland. And Cleveland's defense has been stepping it up here lately. They just did it to Lamar Jackson. I think Jimmy G is going to have a rough game this week. And before anybody gives me crap, I called Tom Brady last week. Eat my shorts.
I'm not doing that.
Eat them.
I'm not doing that.
They're clean.
Look, if you have a quarterback that's injured right now and you're trying to fill somebody in your spot, a quarterback to start this week, don't pick Andy Dalton. Just keep moving. That's my sit. Another one that we got is Derek Carr
The car.
going up against.
The Bears.
You missed it.
The Bears.
Oh,
I'm
God,
so
I just
sorry.
gave you such an opening.
I'm so sorry.
Ugh.
Hey,
The Bears.
Let's not forget that. I don't know if he was alive at the time that
I was
SNL
not born in
skit
the
came
80s.
out.
Dude.
The Bears, the Bears, the Bears, the Bears, the Bears.
Right, I should have given, but you were searching, so I had to
searching.
give the
I
opening.
They're playing in London.
London.
This is the
You sound like you're from London.
This is the Khalil Mack revenge game. And he's
Man.
going to eat Derek Carr alive.
There's going to be so many people just slipping around that entire game.
It's going to be
Every
like
time you watch one of these games, you see a huge divot in the grass that's like at least 6-7 yards.
you're going to see basically a lion eating a gazelle's carcass. That's what Khalil Mack's going to do to Derek Carr.
He's going to
Like
throw.
Kobayashi.
He's going to throw Derek Carr right into John Gruden and be like, "Here you go, bro."
Gonna take it home with you.
Hey,
All right, let's go ahead and do these running back starts, y'all.
All right, running backs.
running backs. Star of the week for me, David Johnson.
I mean, that's
Next.
a no-brainer.
That's my start of the week.
Oh, that's your big time. Like that, you think he's gonna be top dog?
Top dog.
That's gonna be number one running back in the league this week.
Ground and pound it.
I like Carlos Hyde this week. I mean, he's going against the Falcons. I think he's going to have a very solid game. He could probably get you 12 to 13 points.
Okay.
On the flip side of your game that you're talking about, I like Joe Mixon going against Arizona and everything. I think he's got a possibility to have a big game this week.
You know
I
who
like
else
Joe
going to have
Mixon.
a big game?
Who's that?
Leonard Fournette. Because
Thanks, Tyler.
Gardner Minshew, he's going to struggle because the Panthers have the best pass defense, but they get thrashed in the run. So I'm thinking Leonard Fournette's going to have a big game, and they're going to have to rely on him a lot.
Okay.
So Phil, you think David Johnson's gonna be top dog?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Dalvin Cook's top dog this week.
Yeah, Dalvin Cook's top dog.
No, man. You want to know why?
Why?
I'm going to tell you why, man.
Go ahead, tell me.
All right. The Vikings are going to blow them out. At least the
yeah.
Cardinals and Bengals game is going to be kind of close.
Yeah, but I mean, when
They're
you're
gonna blow
blowing,
him out because of Dalvin Cook.
but when you're blowing somebody out, you're going to hand the ball out.
Their defense is going to have 2 pick sixes, 1 fumble recovered for a touchdown, a safety, and a punt return.
So what are you going to do when you're blowing the team out? You're going to hand the ball off.
You're going to pull your starters.
No,
You're going to pull your starters,
he's not getting pulled.
and the number 2 back is going to blow it up.
Alexander Madison.
Yeah, but he's going to blow it up.
Okay.
And that ain't him. David Johnson has more game to play. Top dog.
I kind of
Oh,
get
that
what he's
is-
saying because Christian Kirk's out. So
Anybody else? Y'all starting?
yeah,
Eagles backs.
I was going to say. Yeah,
I said it first.
Yeah. Well, I like the Bears backs.
Back the Bears, I'm going to back them birds. All right.
So that's it.
That's it. All right, let's go on to these sits. I got a hot sit for you.
No, you
Let's
don't.
hear it.
That's
Go
my
ahead.
hot sit.
Go ahead.
That's my hot sit. Don't you take it away from me.
I was going to say Josh Jacobs.
Oh.
Because that's my boy.
Okay, never mind. I thought you were about to go really.
Well,
I didn't think I would ever say sit Josh Jacobs.
Right, I know it. It's just that Bears defense is stout, bro.
Sit him.
They're going to kill it.
I don't trust any of
Well, I
you.
hope they don't kill him. I hope they.
I didn't say kill him. I said
Oh.
kill it. Now they are going to kill Derek Carr. I'm worried about him. I'm worried about I'm worried about Gruden. I hope he doesn't step foot on that field.
Oh, man.
So, my sit of the week, Kender, Le'Veon Bell.
Ring the
And
bell.
I think you can actually go along with this one. I mean, he's playing against the Eagles. And the Eagles literally, the combined last 4 rushers have not hit over 100 yards. And they've only scored 2 touchdowns. Sam Darnold's out. Please, if you have anybody, sit Le'Veon Bell. I know it's hard because he is that offense. The Eagles have a very bad passing defense. But they have the best, and I mean the best, rushing defense. Sit Bell.
I think Bell is going to have a decent game. For Le'Veon Bell, he'll have a decent game.
I think he's going to have about 60 yards.
6.5 points is what random starting backs have been doing this year.
Yeah, but that's not Le'Veon Bell numbers. You drafted Le'Veon Bell in the first round.
Right. Okay.
You weren't expecting, you're expecting double-digit points every game, at least.
Le'Veon Bell...
10 points should piss you off a little bit.
I think he'll get 10 points.
You think?
I think. In receiving and maybe a goal line touchdown.
Are you talking about PPR?
No, I'm talking about in standard league. I think he'll get close to 10 points.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely...
Which isn't a good game for him, but I
yeah.
think it's decent. It's definitely
in my
decent.
opinion, he's definitely going to have a touchdown to have those 10 points. He's not getting 100 yards.
Everyone has a right to an opinion, except for you, Phil. You're wrong on this subject.
No, I mean, but
I'm joking. Phil's bringing up a good point. I mean, he is their offense. I know it's very hard to sit Le'Veon Bell, but that defense
I know,
stout.
I know, but like you said, their pass defense is the part that's struggling, and I think he'll be utilized more that way than running the ball. I don't think that's happening, but catching the ball out of the backfield, I mean, that's a backup. That's a backup quarterback's dream. Is just like, all right, where's Le'Veon Bell? Here you go.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying he has the potential to give you a decent game.
Okay,
but he's gonna have to work for it for real. That defense flies, Eagles fly.
Can you go to sit?
No, I'm slacking on these sits, y'all.
Okay. He's sitting right now.
I'm not going to ask you any more about these sits.
Kinder's my sit of the week.
All right, Phil, what's your next sit?
Bucks running backs.
Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah, against the Saints. I agree.
Next.
All right, Devontae Freeman. That's a sit for me. He's going against Houston. Houston's got a very good front seven. I'm thinking he's been struggling all year. And I think he's going to continue his struggles.
He's picked it up though. From the first 2 weeks were terrible. Like they
I
were
can see
terrible.
what you mean. Where you say he's picked it up. He's not there yet.
No, not yet. And this is not the week to do that. No. But if you don't have any other options, I mean, he could give you maybe 6 points.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's going to be a tough matchup for him. So.
Look for somebody else to start.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are our sits for running back.
Wide receiver starts.
Go ahead, kick it off.
Start him, Jarvis Landry. You know they're going against the 49ers. Richard Sherman is going to be on Odell Beckham. Jarvis Landry cleared concussion protocol. He practiced today. I think what you saw last week is going to be the start of something with that offense, and Jarvis Landry is going to keep it going.
All right, mine is Courtland Sutton. Courtland Sutton's going to get so many targets, and he's been getting at least 8 or 9 every single week. I like the matchup he's got. He's going to tear it up.
Okay.
I'm going to say start Philip Dorsett. He's someone I really like in the Patriots offenses this year. I picked him up in a couple leagues. I got lucky with that. I got bummed out. Like, I actually dropped him after Antonio Brown signed, and I was like, there's no way Philip Dorsett goes and does what he did week 1, and then he didn't, and then all of a sudden they drop Antonio Brown and he does it again. I think Philip Dorsett is somebody that can go out there and do really big things each and every week. He's kind of touchdown dependent, big deep ball dependent, and I think he gets a couple this week.
A lot of people forget that he was a first round receiver too, and he's a very big. He's not a big wide receiver, but he's a big deep threat. Like he is going to extend that defense, and he has decent hands. I know where he struggled a lot was dropping the ball, but with Tom Brady there placing the ball in the right spots. And Tom Brady struggling last week and trying to have a statement game, and it's going to be an easier statement game going against the Redskins. I think Philip Dorsett's going to have a very big game with Edelman also being hurt and Josh Gordon come out said that he had an ankle problem too.
He's playing. It came out that he started.
They're all playing.
Yeah.
But Philip Dorsett's really the only 100% guy there.
Yeah,
So.
and the thing about that is he's almost like forgotten about in this offense. When you have guys like Sony Michel, James White, Josh Gordon, and Edelman, he's kind of that guy you just don't really remember about.
And he's taking the top off that defense.
And exactly. So there's like, okay, he might be your third option, might be Tom Brady's first option a lot this week though. So yeah, I agree. I like that.
Speaking of taking tops off the defense, my next start's Hollywood Brown.
Take top off.
Against the Steelers, I think Hollywood Brown's going to... There's nobody that can even keep up with him. Only person that can keep up with him on speed is Lamar Jackson, and they play together. So...
All right, let's go ahead and stay in this game. I want to talk about Deontay Johnson for the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's somebody that we didn't... I don't think we talked about him in the waiver podcast, did we?
No, because I think what we talked about was we need to see it again.
Well,
he's had two back-to-back weeks with a touchdown and 6 targets. Last week he caught all 6 targets for 77 yards and a touchdown. The week before that he had 50 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah. Mason Rudolph is comfortable with him.
Yes, he likes him. That's his kind of go-to guy. James Washington is not there.
He's very comfortable with him though.
Yeah,
because of college. But I just don't think it's like the Dorsett thing.
Yeah,
you got to cover Juju, you got to cover James Washington, and you have to cover James Conner and Moncrief. So hey, who's this rookie that's blazing by everybody? I mean, I think he's a definite. If you're hurting at wide receiver, that's a definite solid pickup, dude.
And he's available in a lot of leagues too.
Yeah,
so I mean, that's a guy that you could pick up. And
Kenner's
put in
doing it
your
right now.
flex.
Kenner's doing it right now.
I've already looked at him. He's already unavailable.
You got another start?
Oh yeah. Mine is DJ Moore. It came out that Ramsey is still out for the Jags, and Cortland Sutton just went right through the entire Jags defense last week. And I think DJ Moore is a much better wide receiver. I think he has a solid game this week. Start DJ Moore.
Okay. Another guy I like is Mike Williams. They're playing against the Broncos, so it's the same game. Or not the same game. You talked about Cortland Sutton earlier.
Yeah, I did.
So,
yeah.
Mike Williams, I think, Keenan Allen's going to get his, but I also think this could be a Mike Williams type of game. I mean, Chris Harris is going to be on Keenan Allen. That leaves whoever else is available on Mike Williams, and it could be a game where he gets 60 yards and a touchdown. So,
is there anybody else you guys want to talk about?
Yeah. Mohamed Sanu.
that's your guy right now.
Right now, I like Sanu. He's getting the most targets he's getting way more targets than Calvin Ridley the last couple weeks. I think that continues this week. So it's kind of a shaky start, but I think he has the potential to have a really solid week.
Okay. Now let's roll into these wide receiver sets and knock these out, Phil.
Do it.
All right, Sterling Shepard.
Sit him.
Going against the Vikings. Daniel Jones going to have a rough game.
Sit him.
Sit him.
Yeah, I was going to say the same, but different
sorry.
guy.
Who?
Golden Tate, he's coming back this week. I'd sit him as well.
Sit him.
Yeah.
See what he can do against a real tough defense
Well,
before you've already been, 4 weeks without him? Go ahead and sit him one more week, see what he can do against a tough defense. If he goes out there and does something big this week, then you can start him every week.
Yeah.
Grab some bench.
Speaking of bench, what you got?
Tyler Boyd.
Tyler Boyd.
Bench him. Grab some bench.
Sit him.
Sit on it.
Your sit on sound like you were trying to, you were doing a voiceover for a toddler girl's character on a cartoon.
No one cares. All right, now I'm just joking.
He was like, sit on.
All right, next.
Sit on it, freak.
Next, easy. Tyrell Williams. Derek Carr, eaten alive. Nobody to throw to other than Gruden. And he's also eaten alive. Tyrell Williams. Sit him.
What was that? Everybody's getting eaten. Khalil Mack is hungry and he's on a roll.
There's a whole bunch of bears on the field.
And not to mention he's also a cannibal now.
We're not talking about no Cubs here.
There's freaking bears on the field, man.
Got these bears everywhere, man.
Get these freaking bears off the field.
What you got, Phil?
Oh, I got a whole bunch of bench for DJ Chark.
Sit him.
Oh, you putting DJ Chark on the bench?
Yeah,
huh?
man.
Okay.
Minshew ain't going to be in the game, bro. Minshew's going to get hurt. I think this is the week that these guys come back to reality.
Yeah.
DJ, grab some chalk bench.
All right.
I'd also sit Terry McLaurin as well. Is he on there?
I was about to get into him.
Right there.
Oh,
right.
okay, go.
No,
go.
you do it. You haven't
No,
said
I
anybody.
didn't know you. I
You
didn't
hadn't
even.
said anybody.
Hey,
Yeah, dude, I said somebody.
he
said
said,
Golden
he
Tate.
said Golden Tate.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
No,
get into
Terry McLaurin.
McLaurin.
I'd sit him. He's had a hamstring issue pop up
Yeah, he's
in the
questionable.
middle of the week and everything like that. But he's going against New England, dude. They are going to shut the Washington Redskins down.
Have you not seen our board this whole time?
Is it everybody from the Washington Redskins? Have I?
No,
You
it ain't
know,
a
look,
lot of
man,
skins.
Here's what I've been getting. I've been getting
Because what kind of skins are you starting?
an hour of sleep here, and like I wish you guys could see the bed I had to sleep on at the hospital. Literally.
Because I can seriously imagine it.
Oh my
It's the
gosh!
size of that cornhole board.
Yes, like literally, it's narrower. It's more narrow than my pillow.
What?
Yes, it's more narrow than my pillow. My pillow was folded up and so like that's what I had to sleep on. It was a fold-out chair, literally a fold-out chair. Like I'm not exaggerating.
Yes, you did.
I'm not exaggerating either. It's a chair that folds out. I'm not lying, dude.
I could have. I mean, I kind of feel bad now. I could have brought you like a blow up mattress, like a twin,
Nah. It was. We didn't have room for it, man. It was a little
like sleeping bag.
because we were on the old wing. There was like 16 babies born last night, dude. So many babies just popping out in October here, and so we were on the old wing. In the new wing, I would have had room for an air mattress. Not in this one.
You gotta pay
But-
extra for that.
Yeah. So forgive me for not seeing Terry McLaurin on your board. So sit
I'm
Terry
sitting
McLaurin.
Michael Kender.
Dude,
Sit me.
actually, you know
Hey.
what? I'm gonna put you to sleep. Go
Go
go.
grab
some
Go
bench.
get on get.
Go grab some bench.
Go to bed.
Go grab some bed.
All right, let's get into this fantasy stud of the past so Kender can actually go to some sleep.
I got one.
You got one?
It's mine this week.
Is it 2010?
No, way before that.
God, please no.
We're gonna go back to year one of them damn years in there. 2002.
Wow.
Where
Whopping
were you
6.
in 2002, Kinder?
Sophomore year
6 years
of
old.
high school.
Yeah.
Going into the first grade.
Ready? Just losing teeth and
Still couldn't read. Barely passed kindergarten. All right, next.
going into
It
the
says here
second grade.
that his teeth were made of wool. Wood.
All right,
D
2002.
my
and
D's and
that
L's.
was mixed up sometimes. Get it right. All right, going back to 2002. This running back in the AFC division had 383 rushing attempts, 1,853 yards, and 16 tutties. Name that running back.
I'm going to go ahead and just get it out of the way. I don't want this caught up on me. I'm going to go with Edgerrin James.
No.
All right. I just had to give
He
it
didn't
out
want
there.
the Colts. He didn't want the Colts to come back and
All right,
invite
you
him.
said the AFC, right?
Yes, sir.
Marshall Falk?
No. Because he was in the NFC at that time.
Oh, that's right. He was. I'm so sorry. I was thinking the Ram. He was with the Rams. Greatest show on turf. With the AFC, can we get a division?
Sure.
So
Do you want one?
Yeah, I want the.
Oh, you want the division? They play the Patriots every year. Twice.
Okay.
Ouch! Ouch!
So it's not the Patriots.
Well, I know that. So it leaves the Dolphins, leaves the Bills, and it leaves the Jets, and
Dolphins, Bills. Who ran for? $2002.
Yes.
is that a guy that I should know?
Definitely. You both
was
should
he in
know.
the news a lot?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like sure as in yeah, he might have been in the news or
No. Sure.
yes, okay. Ricky Williams.
Hey! Ding, ding, ding,
Oh,
ding,
played
ding,
for the
ding, ding, ding.
Dolphins.
Yeah,
Oh my
man.
God, I couldn't think of it. Yeah,
I got it when Tyler said the Dolphins. I was like 2002.
played for the Dolphins.
Yeah.
He was a beast. He was
He
a
monster.
literally made everybody start getting dreadlocks.
Yeah.
Until that time, there was maybe a handful. My buddy Kadario was like, "Man, that dude right there is raw," and I was like, "Why?" Because he got dreads. And he got a visor. I'm like, oh, snap.
Oh, man.
So after that, it all became about the dreads and the visor. And now you look at everybody's got it.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Ricky Williams, God, if he
Shout
could,
out
if
Ricky
he
Williams.
if he could just lay off, man, he would have been.
He would have been a monster.
Yeah.
He would have been.
He left the game, come back, and then still kind of tore it up. Had a
he
great
did.
career, which is baffling. But anyways,
All right,
so that's Fantasy Stud of the past.
Everybody, thank you for listening to our podcast. Make sure on Sunday you go to Facebook Live, Overtime Fantasy. Come ask your questions. Starts and sits, we're there. We're going to be there. Kinder might not be there. We don't know.
Give us some feedback too, man. We want to know what we can do better,
Yes.
what we're doing good, what we're doing bad.
OvertimeFantasy.com. You can leave that post there. We're going to even your starts. You can ask any question in there too, or
Yeah.
give us some feedback. We love the feedback. So.
Yeah, love feedback. We love to get fed, anyways.
Shout out Dairy Queen. Hey, that is not fast food. Fan food.
Brought to you by
Because
Fanfield, home of
they-
Dr. Pepper.
Now, here's the thing. A lot of people don't know this. Dairy Queen, you got to go to a grill and chill. You
Right.
don't go, some of them are just chill. Some of them just serve ice cream, no grill. I didn't know that until I went to the Outer Banks.
I know exactly what. Milepost 8.5.
Look at Tubby right there.
Milepost 8.5.
Hi,
Went to Outer Banks. I was like, yeah, I'm about to get this cheeseburger. And I went in.
Got these cheeseburgers, man.
That's exactly what it was. I went in to get this cheeseburger, and I was like, what the heck? And I almost asked for it, and I was like, it doesn't seem like they have cheeseburgers here. And someone was like, yeah, no, this is not a grill and chill.
Do I look like a guy that eats cheeseburgers? Yeah, man, kind of.
I eat a lot of cheeseburgers, man. Eat them two at a time, and they get stuck right.
All right, everybody. Thank you for listening. Please watch on Sundays. We appreciate it.
Good luck.
Peace out. Good luck this week.
All right, get some sleep. Bye.